that there's the pain of discipline and there's also the pain of regret. If you choose the pain of discipline, you'll never have to deal with the pain of regret or disappointment. I was born and raised in Barbersville, West Virginia, attended high school at Cabell Midland, went to Marshall University. I lost my grandfather at the age of 6, the young age of 6. And I'm 43 now, but I have distinct memory of watching him sitting in his recliner in southern West Virginia, choking on every breath from the terrible disease of complicated black lung. He was a coal miner in southern West Virginia. Once I went to college, I reflected on that some and decided to pursue a career in the law to help injured workers and their families. After seeing him go through such a horrible situation at a very young age, I thought that was the least I could do, is to help blue-collar West Virginia workers and area families, especially ones that have lost loved ones on the job. And that was the biggest reason why I decided to pursue a career in the law, to help these folks, these good people, get justice from corporate employers who place profits over safety. In addition to knowing the law that applies to a case, I think you need to be a subject matter in the case. You should be an expert in the subject matter, meaning, if you have a very complex piece of equipment or a very intricate safety issue, you need to know the industry that is part of that case. Also, the other thing is we have very close relationships with our clients here. One thing I've seen, especially since COVID, is everybody just wants to text, email, send a message in writing. I think the greatest thing you can do is pick up the phone still. Call the other attorney on the other side of the case. Call the client. Don't just text or email them. They don't get to see your personality. They don't get to know the context of what you're actually messaging them. So I think it's very important to still have that oral communication, both with opposing counsel in a case, as well as your clients. I make it a point myself to go to the client's home, because that's where you see them interacting with their wife, their children, their family, and you actually get a real picture of how the injury has impacted their lives. Recently, I've had the opportunity to represent a Somalian refugee from Africa. He fled his home country in the backs of a civil war that was going on there at a very young age, 16 or 17 years old, came to America for the American dream. Came here, finished his education, learned to speak English, became a citizen, went to professional truck driving school, became a truck driver, married his sweetheart, his lifelong sweetheart, who's also from Somalia. They have 3 beautiful children together, and he's in a horrible accident and loses his dominant arm and hand. Now, most folks, that would absolutely devastate them, and it has had a tremendous impact on him and his family. But the way that this individual can pick himself up every day, every time I talk to him, he's positive, he's smiling, he has a great outlook on life. That motivates me to be a better person, to be a better lawyer, to be a better man, to be a better husband, to be a better father, just to be better in general. Golf has been a part of my life since the age of 6 or 7 years old. I learned to play at a very young age, was lucky enough to play in college as a collegiate golfer on an NCAA Division I team on a scholarship. I love the game. I still love it. If I wasn't a lawyer, I'd probably be working, for the PGA Tour. Not as a player, because I was never that good, but as a rules official, something promoting the game. That's what I would have probably done. And also, I'm very involved in my community. I'm the president of the Winfield Youth Football League and Cheer League. I'm also an all-star basketball coach for my son's team, 3rd and 4th grade divisions the past couple years. And so traveling and being with my family is what I do most in my off time. There's no replacement for hard work, and you just want to treat people how you want to be treated. You don't want to be any different. As a lawyer, I want to be the same person that I am as a husband, as a father, as a friend. That's it. The client wants the person that you are. They don't want, someone that's, not, who they are. My name's Ryan Stewart. I'm a partner here at Bailey Javins Carter. Please call me at 304-345-0346 if you have lost a loved one on the job or suffered a serious injury.